Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you
Alright, hello everybody. You're gonna have to tell me if you could hear me through the stream. Everything should be good now. It's always confusing which one I have to mute or which one not. Let me know if I'm doubled up. But welcome. This is Coil Club episode 3. We have Proper Coils here with us. I did a show with him a month ago on his channel, but we're gonna have him here today. We're gonna build some crazy staggertons. Well, I'm definitely gonna build some. We're gonna
try.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're okay, cool. So he's unmuted. I think we're good. I don't know why I'm not getting desktop audio. Can you say something one more time, John?
Hello,
There.
testing.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Yep, cool. Alright, I think we're all good, and the screen looks good. Cool! Oh man, this is all set up all nice and neat now. Cool. Alright. I could do this. Cool. Alright, what is up, everybody? I will say hi to... Can I do participants? Let me just do it this way. What's up, Captain Spicy? Kim Dixon, I'm Bear in the house. Vape Rookie, what's up? We got Will Boyles, what's up? Wire Talk with Big G is here. Radiant Darkness is here. Jason Campbell, what's up? We got Vaping Hippie, what's up? Sinus is here. Bones the Skater. Jason Campbell. Don Corleone. David Thompson, what's up? I see John Beninati. I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome. And Hatman is here. Mike Clayton, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right. So how you doing today, Proper Coils?
Good.
Good.
They're gonna teach me some stuff today.
Oh man, I hope so. Yeah. So I did prep ribbon stacks. I didn't do the Claptoning, but I do have 2 stacks here. And what I did do is I made them a little longer than the 16 that I needed, or than the 8 that I needed. But I have 6-ply .4 here. I'm going to end up framing this with .3 at least once. So I'm going to be doing a skip fuse staggered build. So first I just got to get the spacing in it. Did you already space yours?
I have 8 pieces of .4 ribbon, and I have them. I already have them spaced.
Cool.
So I'll let you catch up, and then
it's cool if you want to go, because to tell you the truth, we're probably going to run this show for, I don't know, is 2 hours good with you?
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
So I'm probably not going to get done this build anyway. So it's not like,
Right.
I don't really care what part of the build you're in. It don't matter. So it's up to you. But yeah, I kind of explained this build a little bit ago. I did have a picture up on one of my other videos of this build. It's not important. We're just gonna have fun build this. So just so everybody knows and I don't forget, please follow Proper Coils on Instagram. Links in the description. And the same thing with YouTube. He has a YouTube channel that's actually active. It's an active YouTube channel, unlike some other channels that stop being active. Proper Coils is still making videos, so definitely go check that out. I think the
last month or so I've started uploading again. So
yeah.
I'm hoping to upload at least 1 video a week. It's whether it's a review or a live build or something, So
Yeah.
now that I've got the equipment and the setup, I can start doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have good quality, so that's good too. Your camera's always looking good. It's looking good right now. But what were you planning on doing with that build? Are you just going to go with a staggerton, or
I was gonna do whatever Nick Devine told me to do.
have you ever skip fused one of them?
No,
No.
never. No.
It could be tricky, especially live. I guess it just depends. You know what?
I don't mind trying. I don't mind.
Do you know? So obviously you're using a DeWalt brushless drill. That's a brushless, right? What swivel are you using? Because that's one of the most things that people ask is like, what tools are people using? I'm
using 2 croc swivels. I think they're 330 pounds.
Yeah.
Size 5, I think they are. And then just I don't know what those clasps. I don't know what you call them.
I think they're called snap swivels, or they might just be the snap part of a snap swivel.
Yeah.
But what's it on there? Is that something you made or got, or?
This is from 3D Vape.
It's the same company.
It's like they call it an LT tower, so you can adjust the height.
That is literally the same company as the thing that everybody always asks me about.
Yeah.
This orange thing is
the same company that the little clips.
Yeah, and the same as them. Yeah, and I love them things too. Yeah. Apparently they made new ones too. Troublesome told me they made new ones of them, little clamps for your wires.
Yeah, I think they're German, are they? German?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long does it take for them to ship to you when you order stuff?
4 or 5 days.
Wow, that's a lot quicker than
Not too bad.
You get it.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta clamp down my drill, get this on a swivel, and I'll show you what technique I'm using to space this. I'm actually going to use the vise technique, the one that me and Tim talked about. So I have a little vise here, and I have 2 spools of 40 gauge, and I'm just going to use wire optimum 40 gauge stainless steel because that's the only wire I have 2 spools of. There you go. So I'm going to use these 2 because I have Twisted Messes spool, I have a kidney puncher spool, but I want the spools to match. It's kind of important with this build that the spools match. And I'm going to need one of these screwdrivers too to hold them spools. I think this will hold it. Does this hold it? It does. Okay. Also, I want to clear out any paper. Excuse me. I got to clear out any paper from this hole so it spins freely. Man, I pulled out something that was dusty. I think I sucked up some dust. Gave me the coughies. So there's his ribbon stack already spaced. Alright, so let me get this. Now whether getting this in here's the smart idea or not, I don't know if I should put this directly in the drill. Are you holding yours with a clamp right now in your drill, or are you putting it directly in the drill?
Directly in.
Yeah. I'm thinking that might be what I should do. I already hot glued my ribbon stacks and everything on either end. So I could technically bend my ribbon like this.
Would you see when you're framing that with ribbon?
Mm-hmm.
Just say you're as far as I am there now.
Yeah.
Would you frame it while it's still in the setup, or would you take everything off?
I would probably take it out of the drill, run it through the swivel while it's still sitting in the swivel. Run it through the swivel. Actually, I probably would take it all the way off. I would end up taking it all the way off.
And then you'd bind it with 40 gauge or 38 gauge, and then glue both ends.
Yeah. And did you?
And do you have like a runner, like a something that you run along?
Not with ribbon stagger, because I can't slide it down good. So I'll wrap them, and as I'm going, I'll unwrap it when I get to it. So I'll have like, you know, one here, one here, one here. And as I go, I'll just unwrap it, because it's not easy to slide down a staggered wire without messing it up, especially. And the one thing I want to focus on doing is making sure that I do this spacing perfect, because I was going to do this build a couple days ago, but I spaced a ribbon stack and it didn't come out perfect, and I just didn't want to waste my time on a very complicated build when it wasn't prepped correctly, which could be some people's problems. Is sometimes they think, oh, there's just one little mistake in there, I'm good, or there's just two little mistakes in there, I'm good, and then they'll spend 2 hours on a build, and the reason why they're spending so much time is because it's messed up from the start, and then the final result isn't what you expected, because you probably should have just started over. And that's pretty much what I did. I didn't like what I prepped, so this is my starting over. But I still got something out of them wires. That's the staggertons I did this morning.
You're framing this then with 0.3, so smaller than what you've...
Yes.
Yeah.
But...
So it'll sit in the gaps.
Yeah. Did you use 0.4, right?
Yeah.
And you use 38?
38, yeah.
I'd probably use 0.4 then. 38's pretty big. Right, well, it's bigger than 40 gauge. So what might happen is the 0.3 doesn't want to go next to it because of the roundness of the build. It'll start doing kind of what it was doing to me this morning. It was doing the same thing this morning. The ribbons were trying to go like this on the sides instead of just staying flat. So 0.4 is more flat, so you might want to do that. Or just be aware of it. Just be aware of the problem that might happen. Could also help. Maybe bind it a little more or whatever you would have to do.
Yeah, I'll go with the 0.4,
yeah, it might not be a bad idea. What would be cool with yours with 0.4 is if you did the skip fuse with the 0.4 ribbon on the side, do the skip fuse, and then put round frames on it and fused in the gaps. Then it wouldn't be hard to wrap either. And you would have the round frames to
You're going to have to tell me how to skip fuse now.
Okay, yeah, I mean, skip fuse...
Once I get it set up, we'll talk about it. Yeah.
It's pretty much you just open up the angle a little bit and you're going into every other one.
It's probably a bit slower than just regularly fusing it, yeah?
Yes, yeah. I mean, some people get quick at it, but it's definitely always going to be slower, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So a 6-ply ribbon stack's what is in here. Let me get my chat up too so I can see any questions or what have you. Rollingson boy, what's up? Whoa! What was that? Huh. I must have unplugged something when I did that. What's up, Mac? And of course my batteries. Okay. Let me clamp this down. Clamp her. So in a second I'll show everybody the technique that I'm going to use to fuse this. Alright, so I'm going to take this vise, and obviously everybody doesn't have a vise, but there's other ways you could do this. Now I do need to make sure that both of my wires are coming off my spool the same way. So for instance, I have mine going over the top of the spool, and they're both coming out this way. So I'm going to take these two wires, and I'm going to tie them together with one knot. So coil sales, is that for just local, or you'll ship pretty much anywhere?
I was shipping to 44 countries, and including the US, but I had to take the US off the website last week because the last 4 orders to America didn't get there.
Oh.
So obviously customs are stopping them. But I still ship to Canada, the EU, Australia,
Yeah.
Greece, everywhere.
That's a shame.
Pity, yeah, because I was down to get a few sales in the US, which is great. Yeah. It leaves you more customers. It's fine.
Yeah. That and
You're starting to sell a bit more, eh?
yeah. This week I got a couple coil. I haven't promoted it much, but people knew that I could do coil sales, and people contacted me and said, "Hey, I want to buy some coils." Pretty much the closer viewers and followers knew that I could do coil sales at the moment, which is good because it doesn't overwhelm me with having a whole bunch of people texting me and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so this method is a lot like the baggy method. When I pull it, the spools move. Both spools are moving. They're just attached to my vise like this, and they're both going to spin as I need them. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to wrap it around this in the forward, get it attached, and it's very important to me to take my time on this and get the spacing good because of the type of build I'm doing. I really don't want any mistakes to start. Now what I might have to do is take off my headphones to do this one, because I think my wire is hitting my headphone wire. What's good about Wire Optimum is they do that thing, don't they, where it doesn't spring back on the spool. Like, they have some kind of technology in their shops. That
Yeah, the only one I've had any problem with was the ribbon wire, because that will still spin back.
Yeah.
But the regular wire doesn't
Yeah.
seem to.
It's good, like, they're not springing back on my vise right now,
Yeah.
so that's a big help. Big help.
I used to use twisted messes, like from when I started Proper Coils. I used to use twisted messes, and to be honest with you, I probably still think it's the best wire I've used, but it's
I
it's
spelled
expensive.
coil wrong on the top. I'm sorry.
it's expensive over here. I don't know what. Maybe it's cheaper in America, but I find it expensive. It's really good wire. Twisted messes is probably it's probably the best I've used. But yeah, I don't know if you guys get different better deals or something. But
Only if you catch it on a sale or if you're sponsored or whatever. Thank you for letting me know, Coils. That's my dyslexic right there. That was a perfect example of how I'm dyslexic. I just do shit like that all the time. I tell this story about my math teacher knew I was dyslexic, and I would put down like these answers that were just like if the answer was 72, I would put 27. But he would know, like, he would only take off a little bit of points from me. Because he knew, like, I got the answer. I did all the work there. He sees everywhere it says 72 until the final line it says 27. So he would give me just a little bit of points off instead of getting it completely wrong. And he'd just say, you got to double check your work. Alright. Let's space this. I wonder if I could get on the close-up real quick. Let's try. Actually, this is probably a bad idea. I probably shouldn't do this. Alright, I'm actually going to have my headphones off for a second, people, while I do this. So, I won't be able to hear what you're saying, proper coils, just for a minute.
Problem?
Let me get my glasses and then I could pick up the speed and do this, and you can't see nothing. Hey, stop focusing on the twisted muscle stuff back there.
Sorry if I'm quiet. I've never framed a ribbon before. Trying to concentrate.
That went very well. Cool. Very happy with how that went. Very good. Very good, very good. Whoa. Very good, very good. We do have to turn down the phone, though, because that was annoying. Alright. Let's turn down the sound of this phone. High is 4. Change my mind. Real time UV. Okay, heading to the shed. Okie dokie. I'm gonna do shed time later. I think I'm gonna probably play video games tonight. I did a lot of coil building today. I went on and played like one video game. And I was like, I'm done. Ooh, looks like John got it prepped. Oh snap!
The ribbon is like slightly loose, slightly.
Yeah.
I might pull it tight and glue the end again.
Yeah, it might be a good idea because it will be finicky.
Before you start, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so I got 2 wires here. Both are 40. Both are stainless steel. So basically, I got to remove one of these. So the smartest thing to do is find both of them on here. And I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look at both of them and see which one. Obviously, I got 2 wires coming into it like this. If you were to see it big, I got 2 wires coming into it. I want to grab the one closer to the drill. I want that one is the one I'm going to pull off. Okay, so it's closer to the drill. So the one that's closer to the swivel, I'm going to take my clippers, the one closer to the swivel, get up in there and cut it as clean as possible. The one closer to the swivel without cutting the one that's closer to the drill. Alright. Now the one closer to the drill, I'm going to put my drill in reverse and reverse this, and it's going to come off easy as long as I give a little bit of pressure to pull it off. Now I do want to pull this off straight because if I pull it off at an angle, I could throw off my spacing. So once I get a little off, I actually cut where it's clean. This way I'm not messing around with my spools down there. And now I could just pull this completely off at a steady drill speed, steady pressure, and a good straight angle. The same angle that it went on as is the angle I want to pull it off at. So it's not quite 90, just a little bit angled to this swivel. So not quite a 90.
You have to be as careful with your, like this type of staggering. You know the way, if you're doing a normal staggered fuse clap, then you have to be really careful after you've done your spacing. Is the same here?
When you stagger on ribbon, it's much more forgiving because ribbon is square, so it doesn't a circle doesn't travel over a square as easy. If that makes sense, like
it sort of digs in.
The ribbon, since it's square, it locks the wire in so much better. You can still mess it up, but I don't have to be as gentle with this as I would a round staggered wire. So technically, in a way, these can be easier. They're much more to prep, and they're going to look a lot more awesome than a round staggered wire. But in a way, they are easier because if I were to touch it right here, I'm not going to mess up the spacing as if I would if it was a round wire. All right. So, is there any way I could show this to you? Show you that basically me and John have the same thing with little differences, but we're basically at the same place right now. I gotta put my ribbon on as the frames, but for the most part, we're doing a staggerton so far. It's fairly easy, the steps that we took. Now he's putting ribbon on the side, which is where it's gonna get tricky, and that's what I'm about to do. But all in all, it's still a staggerton so far. Okay. So I'm gonna get a good view of this. Okay. I just need to put the thing on there. So I have 6 ply 0.4 right now in this. staggered 40 gauge. It really went well when I did this. I didn't really see many mistakes. There were a couple that might have been teeny tiny little bit more spaced than the rest, but nothing crazy. So now I'm going to pop this off and get some 0.3 ribbon frames on this.
So to make this spaced, skip a space, I'm just basically making the angle more forward, yeah?
Yeah, just to skip your
Yeah.
space in there. As long as you're able to see it, it's not that
Yeah.
difficult. It was a little time consuming, but sometimes you get in the rhythm and do it, and it's fairly easy. I am second guessing this 0.3 ribbon. The 0.3 ribbon is going to help me in a way, but it's also going to be hard. And I just did one with 0.4 ribbon, so I'm definitely going to do 0.3. But it's definitely going to be more difficult putting 0.3 frames on here. Just because it's smaller wire, that's about the only reason why. I mean, anybody that's beginning, starting off with coil building, you will notice that bigger wires are much easier to work with than smaller. But that's probably obvious to most people. So I got a piece of hot glue on the end of my thing here, and I'm actually going to melt that off so it doesn't get in the way of my ribbon. So I'm just going to take my torch, melt a little bit, and I could actually take something and kind of just peel off that hot glue. You know? It's not there. Alright. Let's get our, this has a little twist in it, just a little one. Try to twist it. This is good. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Let's get, is there any questions in chat? Let me check the chat. These guys are doing your own thing out there. Okay. Hey. Be my guest. Alright, now 0.3 ribbon. I have some 0.3 wire optimum stainless steel ribbon. I have so much of this. I misordered one time. And I have so much 0.3 stainless steel wire optimum. It's crazy. If I don't have to stretch this, I don't want to stretch it. I want it to be as close to 0.4 as I could get it. Even though it's going to be smaller regardless. That's good, but... Yep, that's your skip fuse right there. He's doing it. You see how you can see a little black gap in his stuff? It's very hard to focus, guys, so just bear with him. You could see a black stripe next to all of his things. And that's what he wants to do. Now, sometimes the one side goes in better than the other. You will notice that. Like, you're going to have one really clean side. And then one side may not go in as good, but it may also go in just fine.
Yeah. Not bad for the first go.
Yeah. You may want to flatten or something. I'm not sure. It looks like the ribbon might be trying to flip over the side. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe not. It's hard to tell.
You're squeezing with the nylon pliers as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the ribbon stack. I need pieces of ribbon that are 2 times the size of this. So this is about, wow, it's 11 inches. That's longer than I need it. But that's okay. So I'm going to take out some .3. It doesn't necessarily have to be stretched. Okay. I'm going to try not to stretch it now. Okay, so that's about 22. And I want to do... I don't know if I should do 2 or 3 here. You did 2 on either side?
2, yeah.
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 So 2 pieces of .3. They got that natural spool curve, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Take the ends. Cut them the same size. Put this in the trash. And also I want to make sure that I have some 40 gauge around to wrap these with. Gotta go back to my thing. Yes. So how long have you been building coils for?
4 to 5 years. I spent a long time just making fuse claptons for myself, so I didn't have to buy them.
Yeah.
And eventually got around to making aliens, which took me a long time to sort of master. But
Yeah.
once I got the aliens down, I was flying then, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, aliens are the hard ones. So once people get them down, I mean, you might as well just go all out and start building other coils. That is the hard one to learn, because it's just a lot about feeling, and there ain't much you can do about it.
Yeah, that ribbon is starting to twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be worth it to back up and try to fix it. It depends how
Yeah.
deep you are into it. Yeah, they could be a pain. Ribbons. Binding it a lot will help, especially in the beginning. You want to get a good start, so I like to put a bind like, I don't know, like an inch in to where an inch away from the drill. This way you get a good start and it should set you out. Prep. The prep is very important and stuff like this. Super important. Okay. So I got my ribbon on the end there. Now I just have to work my way down. I'll keep putting binds in it wherever I see fit. I did use water to keep the ribbon together on the side too. So I'll go down here, put on my glasses, make sure it looks good. Put another bind in it. This is definitely a
3D vape to the rescue, yeah.
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 I space wrap these 40 gauge binds so that it doesn't open up any of my spacing. Couple more binds to put in it, and then I should be ready to start fusing. Even one bad bind though can throw it off, so you definitely have to make sure that the binds that you're putting in is what you want to do. Because if you put a bind in, if you bind the ribbon crooked, it's gonna mess you up.
Who did you learn from? Because I know most people learn from you.
Yeah, well, there was only a couple people that I've ever... Dude, building was different when I was building. Everything was a fucking secret.
Yeah.
It was downright just... it was hard sometimes, because you would have to figure it out. I mean, a perfect example is like... And this is just really how it was, is you would either have to figure it out, hopefully Twisted Messes had a video. Usually his videos could point you in the right direction, even if a more technical build came out. But a perfect example of this is when the naked frame staple came out, a couple of people that worked on it, they put out a picture of each of their naked frame staple. Then everybody was trying to do a naked frame staple. Nobody was getting it right. People were trying stupid stuff. It was hard to figure out how they even did this. And, you know, I would try different things. And so basically I just told myself, they must be just fusing a staple and ripping the fuse off. I mean, I can't even really think of any other way to do this.
And did you put up a video of that before you found out how they were doing it?
Yes. So I put up, you know, how I would do it. And then like a year later, they finally made a video of how they did it. And it was completely, it wasn't completely different. It was that they completely fused it and then, you know, ran a drill in it to get all, and then they're like, you got to clean it off because you're going to vape metal and stuff. And the whole time I was doing it a different way that I just feel is better. I don't even know if anybody could argue that it's not better. Where you just space alien.
So you invented the naked frame staple. That's what you're saying.
I invented a way to do the naked frame staple. Somebody invented the naked frame staple, but I definitely, because they were so stubborn in telling people how it was done, they wanted to be the only people to make a naked frame staple.
Yeah.
They had somebody come out and make a better way to make it a naked frame staple, and this happened all the time. It wasn't just me like that. These were things that just happened all the time where you just had to kind of figure out how people were doing it. And then as building got bigger and you started knowing who the assholes of building were, you started going to the nice guys that would actually share the information, and you would be in groups just like coil building groups, like the Resistance crew, all that stuff.
Oil colony.
Yeah, but honestly, the only people that I could really say helped out were like Rip Trippers, Twisted Messes, Squid Dude, some of his videos, definitely some of his videos. All like the original ones, really. All the original coil building channels. If it was coil building, I was watching it. I watched all of them. All of them more than once, even.
Would you say you learned more from the Resistance crew than anybody else? No?
I think a lot of trial and error too, but probably, yeah, being on a team definitely helped. At that point, I felt like I knew all of it, but if I needed help with it, that definitely would have been the place to go. And if I ever needed to know anything about cameras, that was the place to go. So, yeah, I would say even if I already knew stuff, that would have been the best place to do it, is through a coil building team where there's some kind of camaraderie. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Some kind of brotherhood that you're on a team. So whatever my secret is, it's now your secret too. But that's also how coil building was. Like, it's not a bad thing that these guys kept secrets. It was fun to try to figure it out too. And it was also a little more competitive. Like, people would get jealous. There's so many coil builders out there right now. Yep. There you go. And originally there wasn't a lot of coil builders, so there was some kind of hate and jealousy, I think, towards other coil builders that were doing it better than you were. So it was a little bit of a different environment, and then that changed after a while, which is good. I don't really like any kind of elitism or dogma or whatever, so I'm open and learning new things. I mean, shit, I did a no stretch alien today, even though I don't want to do them. I did it, and it worked out great.
The goat.
Yeah, it's the goat now.
I keep. This is gonna sound funny, but I keep pressing my foot on the ground.
Yeah.
because I'm used to using a pedal, so I'm like,
Yeah.
where's my pedal?
Yeah, so we talked a lot about setups and stuff. Anybody watching over on Proper Coils channel, we kind of got our. That was the first time we met each other, really, other than like through a chat. So,
yeah.
We kind of got out I guess I don't know how you explain that. All the first things coil builders would talk about. You should go over there and watch that if you want to see it. And you could get lots of other information there. Plus, you should just support people that are still in the vape community doing vape-related videos. I mean, that's how we're going to stick around, is if we support these channels, all of them. Every single one of them. Alright, I'm all prepped. I think I'm good. I am going to hot glue the one end of this. This I'll keep like this. Maybe I should hot glue it. Yeah, sure. Have you ever torched a build, like the color, before you like wrap it or before you install it? Have you torched builds for color? No.
No.
I'm gonna have to do it to these 6 aliens I have here just to figure out what metal I used. I just have 6 aliens sitting here, and I did them in one video. I don't remember what video I did them in. It might have been with Saturation Station, actually.
Would I be right in saying that the best colors come out in stainless steel?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I guess it depends what you're looking for. Most vibrant colors come out of stainless steel, like very, very, very bright purples, very bright golds, very bright blues. I think it's one of the big reasons stainless steel got popular for a minute there, especially with coil builders, because just the colors you get out of it are crazy. All right. Chat real quick before I start my skip fusing. Wire Talk Big G has a question. Can I ask Proper if he uses the same name on Vape Tool?
Yes.
What's up, Mandalorian?
That must be someone else. No. I don't.
Can you ask to see if he's on?
Vape is the app that gives you the
Yeah. I guess.
helps you
Yeah.
helps you
I
figure
don't
out the resistance of coils and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it's new to me.
I use it, but I don't chat using it. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was like a chat or something. I guess is that like there's like a I know there's a juice one. What is it called? Like
ELR.
yeah, ELR. Yeah. Do you make juice?
Yeah. I go off other people's recipes, or I use like concentrates.
So
and stuff.
you do DIY though? That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, That's a great thing to know. You ever think about doing anything with that on the channel?
I'd probably just leave that to people that know more than I do about it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because there's a few guys that do, Benny Vapes over in the UK. There's a lot of mixing stuff, and the late night vape show, who's in chat, he does a bit of mixing videos and stuff.
Yeah. What's up, late night vape show? I didn't see you. What's up? How often would you say you build during the week?
About 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually try and take off Saturdays.
Yeah.
because if I've obviously there's no post on a Saturday,
Yeah.
so I usually say Saturday night's my night off, and then Sunday I'll definitely be building Sunday every Sunday for all, because I'll be shipping out orders for the weekend on Monday morning. So, I usually take Saturday night off, and then maybe a day during the week.
Yeah. That's good. It's good to have a break. Can't do it all the time.
It's as I said to you on my show. It's good to be doing something different.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'd rather, if I'm on with yourself, I'd rather do something I've never done before, just to.
Yeah.
Because you get tired of doing the same stuff, you get tired of doing 3-core aliens or 5-core aliens all the time, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. I hope this stays in. It looks like it's good. I don't want to over tighten it like I did the other day. I'm just hoping that I have an easy first fuse, because an easy first fuse. The first fuse is the hardest. Once you get to like going into them gaps, oh, that's the easy part. The part you're doing is the hard part. The very first fuse. I'll try to go up close when I start fusing this guy so you can actually see that. Okay. This. Take another look at it to make sure everything's good. Yep. Okay. Let's see, maybe I could give that camera a break so I won't die in 2 hours. Yeah, awesome, John. Yeah, anything coil building, this is probably the place to come. It's very cool that Grim Green and Twisted Messes are doing them videos. Raises awareness. It shows how building can be fun, especially when you're just bullshitting with a buddy. Lots of these coil builders are actually in a Zoom room when they're building all the time too. That's another thing to think about. I do like, especially when I want to do like a creative coil. I go live now, but I used to just love being by myself, doing whatever I wanted. It was just something for me to do while I listened to. My big thing used to be like either listening to music and just sitting there and chilling, or like watching a show that I seen before. Like let's say, you know, Game of Thrones was huge when I started coil building. That was like the biggest show. It was like season 2, 3, 4. So I would come home, and we already watched it on Sunday, but I would watch it again, but I didn't have to pay attention to it the whole time, so I would sit there and build, or just watch TV with the family, and I would sit there and build. I keep telling these guys I'm going to show you this. Hold on. This is what I used to build on. I used to take this down to the living room, and this is just a board that is 21 inches by 23 inches, so it's like 2 foot by 2 foot, and it's got a bunch of old Jack Daniels labels on there. So you see the scratches all on it. So this table has been with me for a very, very long time, and it's seen, let's just say it's been places, man. It's been places. That thing, so if anybody doesn't know, I have, my mom divorced my biological father when I was like 3. And I don't remember, I've never seen him since. That is the only thing I have from my biological father, is that fucking table that he made, that he put Jack Daniels labels on there. He fucking put the polyurethane thing. That is the only thing that motherfucker ever gave me, and I've kept it this whole entire time because I really liked it, and it came in handy for. He used to do some bad stuff on that table. I've done some bad stuff on that table too, but it also went with me through coil building, so I've done some good stuff on that table, and it was just like it's just very smooth. It's the perfect thing to just have to just bring in the living room. I was able to bring out my wires. No swivel, so I didn't need a swivel. So I would just put my drill on the table, put my wires there, and then every day I could just clean it up. I would throw all my wires into a shoebox, put that back in my room, and then I started, I took my computer off my desk. I was like, I need a desk for this shit. So I stopped using it.
Yeah, I built on my kitchen table for a long time.
Yeah, I did that during Coil Wars. Is pretty much the end of that thing. During Coil Wars, I needed to do like micro claptons, and I started on the kitchen table. But my kitchen table was round, so it didn't work great. Like a round table, when you have like only this much of the round table there, so you have to like drill over here. Build life problems, man. Build life problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever works, man. People find. The desk that I use now is like a 50-hour desk from IKEA. I got to get another one, but obviously I put the wood on top. Like this wood I made and put it up there. All right, we got the 40 gauge. I feel a knot in it, so I'm gonna cut that knot out. I don't need that in my life. And we'll get the camera up close. Let me just get this on here and start it. And we do want to go into this as straight as we can too. Tie this tight. Cut this excess off. And I want to make sure my side ribbons, get tight to this wire in the correct place as soon as possible. So I'm basically binding it again with this spool. Just make sure I get this.
This would be much easier if it was just like a single core down the side, wouldn't it? Like round wire.
Probably. Yeah, it seems like this is a build that you kind of just have to zigzag, but I got it started, so I'm going to go up close and show you. Yeah, the
Damn.
one side always looks better than the other in these. It's just something that happens. It's not even a maybe.
My core is after snapping.
Yeah, it's always going to look
Yeah.
better than the other, but when you go and you flatten it later, like, do you use a pasta roller ever? Or anything like it?
No.
Like,
No.
this is good to use, like this and a stainless steel mod. This is just a piece of steel that came with,
My core wire is after snapping off.
yeah.
Yeah, or my wrap.
Damn. Did you get done one coil? It looks like you got pretty far on it.
Yeah, it's. I'll tell you that.
What, Kim? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I have 4 inches. Perfect.
What do you want? What? I've told people live that I'm doing coil sales, so they have to get in contact with me usually through Instagram. Maybe if somebody was here earlier, they knew that, and they would have to keep screaming Nick and tell me they're going to slap me. Yeah, all my things are in the description below. Getting in contact with me through Instagram is the best way, but also this morning we talked about my emails down there. Instagram's definitely the best way. I'm not putting a thing out there and telling everybody I want to sell coils because I get too many people that really don't want coils. They just want to know what the price is because they're curious, or they think like maybe I'm going to say $5 for a set of aliens or something. When you put out coil sale on Instagram, 80% of the people that contact you are not serious about buying coils. But I know the people on YouTube that ask usually are pretty serious about it. So if they actually have to go to Instagram and message me, they're serious about it, you know? Instead of just, going to messages when you're already on Instagram and be like, oh, how much? And then they'll ask me, like, Bill, crazy shit, you know? We gotta go through a whole discussion about the crazy stuff and why it's so expensive instead of, what do you want? Yeah, because I'm doing 2 shows today. Sutton, and don't you have an Instagram? You have an Instagram. I told you. Email's rough, that's why I say Instagram. This is exactly why. Somebody already emailed me and I didn't get it. Yeah, I didn't get anything. I didn't get any email from you. These are my last 4 emails. One's from me, one's from Streamlabs, one's from admin, one's from Service PayPal, one's from EA. Those are all today's. Plus, the show doesn't just start when I go live, you gotta set this stuff up. I have to have the ribbon ready. I guess what I'm saying is Saturdays when I'm live, probably not the best time to try to hit me. On email, anyway. Oh, let me go up close. I'm messing this up. Got thrown off track. I'm pretty sure the description says what to do. You're selling coils. Well, you're just messing with me. That just completely threw me off. So you're asking to buy coils. Kim's going, Nick, 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 let me get your attention. And it was all about a joke? Awesome. Great joke. It's got me. Can I do this? Just, yeah. Yeah, and like guys, I'm always the first to, I really don't even want to talk about this now, but I'm really the first to admit that I'm horrible with customer service. I'm horrible with Instagram messages, but the reason is because I get so fucking many. I will be honest with you, if I see something that is just like, it'll come up on Instagram, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for, I'll skip that because other people are asking me questions that I need to answer. So I'll like either go in, I'll like double click it, heart sign, you're welcome, you know, all, and then I'll just be like, all right, on to the next one. This person's asking me a question. So if it's just like a comment, it's probably going to get skipped because it's literally, I'm not exaggerating, I get 25 people talking to me a day. It's really, it's hard, it's a lot to keep up with. So if I'm short with people, it's because I'm getting on to people that, you know, actually need my help and stuff. That's, you know, the same thing you're thanking me for is what I'm doing for somebody else, you know? So this is going well. I'm wondering if I should turn the drill on and probably not. I probably shouldn't turn the drill on and try to go quick.
One of the best feelings ever is when you're in that groove and you just keep going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spacing on this one's good, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's definitely going to take some time, but it's going to work out the way I wanted it. And really, the only thing I did different was just really just take my time on that spacing because it's so important. Alright guys, listen. You just want coils from... Alright. I just need people to just understand what's going on here. I need you to understand. I really do need you to understand this. I took a break from all these videos and stuff. People begged for the videos. I wanted to do the videos. I came back when I was ready to do the videos. I did a video this morning that ended at about 2, telling you that I'm going to come live again at 5. What do you think I'm doing from 2 to 5? What do you think I'm doing? I'm taking fucking phone calls from people that know I'm live. You called at the perfect time. What's up, Bridget? What do you need from me?
Oils.
You called me to make sure that you weren't going to bother me if you started vacuuming. So you bothered me to ask me if you were going to bother me. Vacuum the fucking house, dude. Have a blast. Have a motherfucking blast. Well, that was courteous. That was really, really courteous of her. She wanted to make sure that you guys didn't hear the vacuum. Do you see what I'm doing here? So from 2 to 5, I had to start at 4 to set up this show, to get the ribbons done, make sure I have the watermark, make sure I have the promo video that goes up, right? So that's an hour out of the way. I also like to eat. Some people like to eat, so I did go down and get something to eat. I have a daughter that just wants to ask me fucking questions, dude. She just wants to ask me all these kinds of questions. Did you read this book? Did you see this show? Look at this video I made today of me wrapping a blanket around my head and fucking with your cats. You know, these are the things that go on. I should do one of them, a day in the life of a streamer videos. Did you ever see them?
Snapped again.
It snapped again. You see what we're dealing with here? We can't get some strong 40 gauge.
Wire optimum my ass.
I guess what I'm saying is, anybody that contacted me today, I know that people probably contacted me. Tomorrow, you know, I'm only doing the morning video. I will get to you. Just be patient. That's all. I'm trying. I just answered somebody on there.
3.5 inches and 4 inches.
Oh, you got okay.
I got 1 4-inch and 1 3.5.
Oh, that's good though, because these
Not too bad,
are
huh?
typically big builds anyway, so it's usually only a 4 wrap anyway. I'll get to you though, guys. That's basically what I mean. I didn't forget about anybody. But thank you, Kim. Thanks for getting my attention, guys. I appreciate it. I'm half joking here. I appreciate you for wanting to buy my coils. No, Kim, I don't eat gummies when things are going bad. That's the difference between me and most people. If I'm having a bad day, that's not the day to take a gummy. That's just going to cause more problems. We gotta fix that problem. We gotta get in a good mood, and then we gotta eat a gummy. Okay? Plus, they could make me not lazy, but it's kind of a, I don't know, a complacent thing. Like, if, I don't know, there's certainly some kind of laziness that happens sometimes that I do think about, and I like to get everything done before, if that makes sense. Like, I would never... I also suffer from some kind of paranoia, too, so that's another thing. I would never eat a gummy and go live. Maybe halfway through, because I know I won't feel it until I'm done, and then I'm going to play video games. But I just think it would be a bad idea. It's not a cure-all for everything. I think a lot of people think, oh, man, it's the best thing for you for everything. I disagree. Let's get something right. I'm taking it because I like how it makes me feel. Okay? It has nothing to do with any kind of sickness or any kind of feeling I'm having. I think a lot of people bullshit their way around that, to be honest. If you want to if you want to use THC, dude, you're a grown up, just use fucking THC. The fuck? You don't need a big excuse. Grown ass person. But you're getting big, guy.
So what size frames would you put on that again?
Okay, so you use 0.4.
Yeah. 28? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 28. That'd probably be perfect. It's small enough to catch the fuses. Your ribbon's still going to catch the fuses, but it's also big enough to, you know, next to 0.4, it makes sense. You don't make me pay it. Let's get that out of your head too, Kim. You ain't making me pay attention too much. I'm building a coil. You completely took my attention away from it. Completely. You spammed Nick in the chat. It completely took my attention away from what I was doing. Don't tell me you get me to pay attention. Please. Please. The patron saint of paying attention, Kim. Okay. Let's all pray to Kim because we need to pay attention. Nick.
Next thing we're going to hear the Hoover in the background.
Yeah, right? She just called to make sure. There's something else, man. It's the blondes, dude. I don't care who gets offended by it. It's the blondes. That's what it is. They can be smart sometimes. A lot of fun. Sure. Also, my daughter's mom's Polish, so, you know, and I'm Polish too, so I could use racial slurs. She's a fucking Polak, dude. She's a Polak. It's as simple as that. I'm only half Polak. She's 100% Polak. Jeez.
You know Divine's an Irish name, yeah?
Yeah. So, like I was talking about with my my biological father earlier. So, but now my biological father, last name was extremely Irish too. So let's not get this twisted. Extremely Irish. It was Flynn. Okay, so Flynn
that's definitely Irish.
It's so Irish, right?
Yeah.
So, but my mom's maiden name is Bekta or Rikacheski. But Bekta is also very Polish. So my mom is 100% Polish. Not sure exactly what my nationalities are. They're definitely, you know, we got to say Irish in there for sure.
Yeah.
Don't know what percentage, but then she married another 100% Irish guy. His name was Divine. So when they got married, they had to get my name changed to their name because, you know, she didn't want her son's name, the guy that she divorced and never seen for the rest of her life, you know. So my name got changed somewhere around 8th grade, actually. I'll go up close again in a second, people. Yeah, I'll have to go close up again. Thanks for letting me know though, Kim, but if I don't pay attention to the chat, I ain't Grim Green. I ain't gonna blow myself up, okay? That's fucked up.
Make sure you check your insulators out there.
If I don't pay attention to chat, I'm not going to blow up.
Did you see his follow-up video? No?
I did. He really did handle it. Like, even when you watch the video of him, like, the batteries going, like, he handled it very well. I mean, that's exactly how somebody should handle it. You know, the twisting off, that's a natural reaction. Twisting off his RDA, in hindsight, obviously wasn't a good idea. I probably would have did the same thing, though. Like, in hindsight, obviously, it's not a good idea. But, you know, you got to knock them batteries out. Also, something that was reminded to me when I just seen him do it. And then coming live to do it, or doing a video about it, is also the best way to go about it. Yeah, see, I've always said if something happens to you with your mod, now obviously he was live, you can't really control that. But if something were to happen with my mod, you know, what used to happen in vaping industry is if somebody's mech mod blows up, they put a video, look at what my mech mod just did to me, you know, fuck vaping is safer. They used to do this shit. Like, they used to throw vaping under the bus because they're not doing the right thing. Like, you made the mistake, dude. You made the mistake. Yeah. And they would throw all of vaping under the bus. This was something that bad. So I used to preach that if something bad happens, keep it to your fucking self. Don't put it on social media. This was a very different thing, though. He was live. He has to address it. I mean, you have to. So, you know, he did really good. I mean, he handled it very, very well. Everything all the way around. I completely agree with everything he did. Not that anybody needs my 2 cents in it, but I was proud of him. I was proud of him for doing a follow-up video and all that.
He was rushing because he was getting frustrated that he wasn't getting the build done quick enough, and yeah. Yeah,
and that's a true thing, man, because he also runs a tight ship, doesn't he? Like, his live videos are like, you know, he's got a bumper for everything. Like, we're going to beer time, you got the beer time little thing going on. If we're going to, you know, our record section where we listen to music, he's got a music section thing, like all these different things, and he runs that ship very tight. Like, he's got it. This is what I'm doing here. This I have so much time for this. I have so much time for that. So then when you start rushing through a build, through a show that you're so tight with, I mean, you're thinking a whole bunch of things.
He's a class act, isn't he?
What's that?
Like in general, he's a class act.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I've always said it. Grim Green could do no wrong. I like him. I appreciate him. He's definitely somewhat of a role model for the vaping community. He does everything the way he should do it. He doesn't have any, like, he doesn't do anything.
No drama.
Yeah, no drama. Yeah, exactly. There just isn't any bullshit. It's straight and to the point, but he could have fun too. And, you know, he's a down-to-earth guy. Like, you know, he's not out there bullshitting people. Which is all we could all ask for. That's what we need. Do you know what your next video is going to be?
I'm getting the Eclipse RTA sent out to me. Mike Vape's new RTA.
Yeah, lots of people have been liking that, huh? I'm thinking about getting it myself.
And then there'll probably be a build. I don't know what, some sort of live build stream probably next weekend.
Yeah. It's a single coil RTA, right? That Eclipse.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's all the reviews I've seen so far have been positive. So.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm getting it for free, so I may as well review it.
Oh, yeah. What company's putting it out?
It is... Jeez, I forget.
Is it Dovepel? It's not Dovepel, right?
No, don't think it's difficult. Someone will chat and put it in, I'm sure.
Yeah, if anybody in chat knows what company the Eclipse is put out by, we know it's Mike Vapes. I was wondering what company though.
Right, so for the second fuse, my angle, I presume, is going to be the same.
Yes.
Slightly forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a little different just because you have an extra wire on there. But yeah, it's going to be pretty much the same angle. You're going into the same
slightly-
spaces in the middle, yeah.
Like nearly like an alien angle, slightly forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going well, but it is going slow. This is definitely... I'm taking my time on this to make sure I get it right. So this coil ain't getting done this show, but you're going to get the point. Yeah, there's lots of storms, huh? Yacht Vape? Yacht Vape. I think I remember Yacht
Yeah,
Vape.
yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay, Yacht Vape. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think that's what was happening until we put that video, because I didn't watch that part of the live. I was watching the part where he was talking about YouTube, which he has every right to be upset about that. It's messed up. I think that there's something going on that he's not aware of. I think that maybe... I don't know how to explain this. If I put up a video today, I'm not going to see results for that video for another 48 hours. So, if he puts up a video today, it's going to look like tomorrow or the next day that he's getting a lot of subs for it. He's not going to see it the day that he puts up the video, right? It just doesn't make sense. They're not getting to him that quickly about how many subs he got today. So that's one of the things I think is happening, is maybe he's looking at it a little bit in the wrong way. But him being on vacation and getting more subs is definitely weird. But it happens. When I took a break, I was still getting subs every day, which is weird. That a channel that's not active is still getting subs is a weird thing.
Yeah.
Especially for a vape-related channel, we don't typically get pushed out to the masses. You usually have to look for us. You're not going to get YouTube recommending you an N.Divine video unless you watched like another coil building video. There goes my phone. In there. So I'm about halfway through the first coil, for anybody that's wondering how far did I get along here. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, wait, did it? Did this one shut off? did, didn't it? Because it wasn't being used. Or did it die? It didn't die. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, even if I'm not... Yeah, my videos are still there for people to sub. Yeah, so I understand that makes sense, but my numbers were actually going up more. That's the thing, is like, I was losing subs before I took a break, and then all of a sudden, after taking a month break, it started going up. Which is, that's very weird, because, you know, I was doing content and it was going down. And then I took a break and then it started going up. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they spread out videos. Maybe when you're not making content, they spread out your videos still. I don't know. Or maybe more, because you're not going live. They're saying, you know, oh, don't forget about N.Divine83. I really doubt it. But it's got to be frustrating. I mean, that's the way he makes his living, too. So it's got to be super frustrating. It's got to be super scary to see that. Yeah. I would definitely start another channel if I was him. I'm thinking about starting another channel. I would start another channel if I was him. Because now he's learning all this stuff. Like, you've learned so much from being on YouTube this many years. Now you know how to do it the right way. Maybe start another channel and be very safe on that channel. You could push your subs over there. He will have 10,000 subs like that. That's making money right there. Immediate. If he has 390,000 subs right now, he could have a channel with 10,000 subs in 2 weeks. Because he would just push them all over there. You have to put a video there that people want to watch, of course, but one video will do it. One video. If you just put up, hey, I started a new channel, there's a video up there you haven't seen here, please go sub, I'll do a giveaway, go sub to it. 10,000 people go over there just for the giveaway and the new video. If you have 390,000 subs, 10,000 is all you're asking to go over there. You then have another channel that's generating money. And this isn't like something like, this isn't like a crazy thought. This is what people are doing. Go check out Mr. Beast and how many channels he has. That's the biggest channel on YouTube, is Mr. Beast. He has 66 million subscribers on the one channel. He started another channel. That channel now has 33 million subscribers. He started another channel. That channel already has 10 million subscribers. He's got 8 channels with at least 2 million subscribers now, and he's making money off of each of them. It's just the smart thing to do. Especially if that's your business. If that's like how you make money, that's what you should do. There you go.
There's a few spots where I think the ribbon squeezed in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second coil is going to be cleaner looking.
Yeah, 38's rougher too, so that's also something to keep in mind. I would, like, 38's definitely possible. I mean, you're doing it. 40 makes it a lot easier, and even I was even debating on doing 42 with this. But, yeah, 38, you definitely have to be a little softer with it. I mean, yeah. I am sitting here wondering if I would have did it fast and just tried to get it into the one side if this would help or not. It's going to go into the one side regardless. So why try to get it into the both sides and mess it up? No, that wasn't going to work out. I'm second guessing how long this is taking and thinking about a better way to do this, and I still have enough to, if I want to change my mind on how I'm doing this, I could do it. I feel like I'm skipping one side for no reason, or I'm zigzagging for no reason basically. So if I look at my wire, this is, I don't even know if this is the good side or the bad side yet. Yeah, see, the good side's turning into the bad side too. So maybe if I were to just forget about the one side completely, stop trying to zigzag it,
Yeah, the first one's warped a bit, so fingers crossed the second one goes a bit better.
this might also be just me starting and stopping and not concentrating on getting into a rhythm. Prep good too, so I really want to not mess this up, and I have time to fix it now. I wonder if I should hook the other drill up. Yeah, you know what it is? Once you got it good, you shouldn't stop. You got to keep track of what's the good side, what's the bad side. It has to have a zigzag motion to get up this wire. That's just it. You want the one side straight, the one side's got a zigzag to catch up. You can't just go straight or it's not, the wire's not going to move. So you got to go zigzag on the one side. You just have to remember what side's the good side and make that side the good side all the way down. What time is it now? It's almost dinner time, yeah. We got 20 minutes. What's up, meter? I'm no Joe. Yeah, I always have to fight in the pit on their time zone in their hometown, so that doesn't help. I get no home games. No home games. How about doing the pit at 5 p.m. Eastern time? Let's see how that happens. Yeah, let's see what happens then. Blitzen. The Blitzen? Is it named after a reindeer? What's up, Fabian? Keymaker Coils is here. The Blitzen was named after a reindeer? Santa Claus's reindeer? Well, that's weird. Isn't that weird? Alright, so what we're looking at is what I'm calling the good side. This is what I'm calling the good side right now. This side right here. That's the good side. So now I'm going to angle it on the other side. Basically, I should have never looked away from this build without keeping track of where I was. I should have told myself top side is the good side. Remember that when I come back. I mix them up. Alright. I'm working my way down it. I'm working my way down it.
Ooh, go on.
How you doing over there?
Right. The result is I've like 2 inches. That's good. Um, maybe 3. The frame slipped like halfway down that second coil.
Mhm.
Um, I'll see. I'll throw the close up on it and see.
Yeah, they take patience. They definitely take some patience. They're not super easy, but if you notice there's a lot of quiet time in this video, guys, it's because you're concentrating. And when you're concentrating, it is kind of fun. See, I prepped enough to do pretty much 3 coils, so I had room for error. And I'm also not straying from the fact that I definitely wanted to take my time on it. Oh, what was that? That was my freaking camera again. Alright, listen. This is something I'm going to have to definitely finish later since I'm only a third down here. And it's almost time to wrap up the show.
It's no, I haven't got enough to make Nero Coil, but it was good just to try it anyway. And see,
Yeah.
get some of it good, you know.
Now you know, right?
Yeah.
The more you know.
40 gauge next time. Definitely.
Use the first of what square pieces. They work on .4 ribbon. How? What are you guys talking about? Kelvin Gastelum, I think tonight. I just like Kelvin Gastelum. I think he's more dangerous than he looks. And I just always like Kelvin Gastelum.
Cannoneer, isn't it? He's fighting Cannoneer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannoneer's awesome too, but I just think Kelvin he's got too much experience, and he's very tough. He's got like that Mexican blood, which, yeesh. Between them and the Hawaiians, they just seem like I don't know, they're just tough. And he just hits really hard. And he doesn't look like he hits hard, but man, he hits hard. It looks like when he hits people and they fall down, it looks like he hits very, very hard. Very quick.
Did he knock out Darren Till one time, man? Is that him?
What happened with... No, I think Darren Till beat him, actually.
Was it?
I have to look, but I'm pretty sure Darren Till beat him. It was a decision, though, I think. He knocked out UK guy. He's retired now. Michael Bisping.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'd say. Yeah.
Wait, did he not? Hold on. You might be right. You might be right. I'm thinking of something else. Darren Till beat him in a decision. He lost to Jack Hermanson. he just lost to Robert Whittaker, but he won against Ian Heimish a little bit ago. So, yeah, he's coming off a loss to Robert Whittaker, though. That's a different... Jarrett Cannonier is coming off a loss to Israel Adesanya, I believe, who's the champ. No, Robert Whittaker just beat him. He didn't... Did he never fight Izzy? He never got to fight Izzy. He lost it. They both are coming off losses to Robert Whittaker. Look at that. Okay. Should be a good one.
I think McGregor's done, is he?
You know, as an elite fighter, he might be, but as he's gonna be doing fights. They're gonna have him.
No, he still pulls the crowd, obviously.
Yeah. So he's always gonna be, and you know, he lost to Dustin Poirier twice, beat him the first time, and if he were to fight him again, I think every time that they fight, that Dustin Poirier's chances of winning again go down. It's just out of chance. I think it's like a numbers game. I think they're so close, and if Conor loses that many times and keeps learning, he might come back one time and surprise some people. It's just like they're just so close of fighters that, you know, Dustin Poirier ain't gonna beat Conor McGregor 10 out of 10 times. Is, I guess, basically my point.
It feels like at this stage he's waiting for him. He's just gonna fight him till he beats him, and then he's just gonna not fight him again.
Or fight Nate Diaz again. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of fights he could take that a lot of people will pay good money to see. I mean, I still
fight
want to
Nate
watch
Diaz
him.
again. He definitely will. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be his next fight.
Yeah.
Either Dustin might fight Nate Diaz or him. I think that's gonna be coming up, but I still want to see him fight. I enjoy it. It's just he gets hyped up so much when he loses a fight. He's fighting tough guys. I mean, he's not fighting bums. So he's gonna lose these fights.
He should never went down the nice route where he was being nice to Poirier and all that.
Yeah, probably not.
He should have just kept to what he was doing and you know, talking trash. And
you're probably right. That's been a big thing with him, is like he defeats his fighters before he even gets in the ring with them. You know, all that confidence, the crowd yelling McGregor, McGregor, McGregor. You know, it's, you know, you're already fighting at, like, I mean, Irish people have to be hard. They have to be scary to fight. And then he's, like, in tremendous shape. You see him doing all these flips all around and shit. It's got to be intimidating. And then hearing 1,000 people yelling his name, it's got to be intimidating. I couldn't imagine. But let me check the chat for any questions before we get out of here. It was fun, though. We'll have to do it again. It was definitely a show where we're both concentrating on stuff, so it wasn't a lot of talking.
Yeah, it was something I hadn't done before, so it was like...
Yeah.
It was probably too quiet, but sure.
Nah.
We do 3-core aliens next time, and I'll be able to talk more.
There you go. Yeah. We'll just do fuse clappings.
Yeah.
Why has no one made a Lego RDA? Oh, I could tell you why. Because that would be marketing to children, and we can't have that. That's what everybody thinks anyway. So. Alright, so tomorrow what I'll do to go live is... I think the same as today, like 12 noon. Eastern time, 12 noon Eastern time. I'll install them coils. We'll look over on you guys. It'll be a pretty mostly talking show besides installing them coils. Maybe I'll get this done by then, but I'm probably just going to chill out and play video games tonight, go eat dinner, stuff like that. I'll get to people's messages and stuff. I only seen one message from people, so that should be easy. Yeah. I got one message. Okay. But everybody...
Have you anyone lined up for the next episode, no?
No, not yet. And I got it. That's another thing. Is like, when I go over on computer and try to look at these names, it doesn't show me on computer all the text that was there. So I have to go over on my phone, What did I do here? This. Yeah. There was only 10 comments there. But I did get some on YouTube. I'll have to look at that. I know we had a request for Clayton. We had a request for Kim. There was a request for... Kim is the only one on Instagram that was requested and hasn't been on. So then if I were to go over to YouTube, I do have to figure out these names. Give me a second here. There was people... I don't know who would be the next one. We wanted to figure out something for Falcone, but we would have to get like a translator. But that would be cool, because he's Italian? Italian or French. So if we were to get a translator, or maybe just do a show where, you know, maybe we don't have to talk much. We could do that. Okay, yeah, see, this video had a bunch of comments. Somebody said Grim Green. Dwayne Rambo.
You make on Coils be cool.
Axeman Zombie, Gravel Throated Clayton. I could probably get Xeon on here. Couple Claytons, and then Mike Clayton. Somebody said M Turk. Somebody said Boy Josh, very funny. That dude gets so much love for not being around, dude. I hope people are like that when I finally say, hey, fuck everybody. I hope everybody's calling out, hey, I hope Nick Devine comes back. He doesn't show any love back! It's been years! Listen!
He made actually really class videos for the time he was making them. Like,
yeah, and we loved him for that time. But it's actually crazy that I'll see people in Coil Wars, and it seems like they're new to Coil Wars, and they will still ask, which is fine. I mean, I really don't give a shit. But it is funny that, like, you know, he knows that people want him back, and he don't come back. So it's like, you know, it's very funny that people won't let it go. Like, just let it go. I'm sure people
he's
like
smoking. He's back smoking.
He's back smoking, maybe. I think Dwayne said that he was talking to him again. I don't know. I might have just read past by something I was reading. Maybe he will come back. That'd be great. I hope he does. But it does make me laugh inside, because Dwayne always has to answer the questions. I still get people that seriously ask me that, and man, we don't know. Maybe Dwayne would know better than me, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had fun, John.
Yeah, we were quiet, but like, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I mean,
we're on again, we talk more.
Yeah. We might even have to do one where we have a couple people on, where somebody could talk while other people are building, but we got this one out of the way. And remember, the rule is, if it's your first time on Coil Club, you have to build. So now your next time, you don't even have to build.
Yeah, I could just stay here and talk.
Stay here, yeah.
Drink a few beers maybe next time.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm going to shut this down. I probably will be on Twitch later playing video games, most likely. I'm going to eat dinner and probably just chill out tonight. Everybody have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. All links are in the description. Please go check out Proper Coils on Instagram and Proper Coils on YouTube. And, yeah, everybody have a good rest of your weekend. We are out of here.